Hello, beautiful people. Today I will be discussing a different concept. This concept is called breadcrumbing. Breadcrumbing basically is just keeping in contact with you, so you feel like you are actually an important person for this person, but in reality they are stringing you along. So what would this be like? So basically this would be like a guy that once in a week would send you a text message, and he would text you something that has nothing to do with planning a date, and would be like, how are you, how is your day? This can be also like daily. For example, who would send you these messages that are not actually important messages, such as good morning, good evening, and things like that. When you start to think that this person is actually thinking about you, like when they wake up and stuff like that. But ultimately, you cannot know if this person is actually sending this message to 5 different people at the same time, especially if you have a generic name to the message. For example, baby, good morning baby, or good evening baby. And this, it can be difficult to some people to understand, and for someone that is actually interested in that person, and having this person text you would be very important. But ultimately we have to be careful from this kind of person, because what would happen is this: they would be seeing other people which are giving more priority than you at the moment, and see if this person is available at a particular time, and would plan to meet with you and this person the same day. Basically, if this person lets them down and texts them that they actually cannot make it on that particular day, you are basically their backup. So I don't know, I don't want to be a backup for someone. What do you think? Breadcrumbing can be done in different ways also. Like, for example, an ex could be leading you on, and you would think like that there's something that can be happen, like that's something that can happen, and maybe they're having a change of heart. But ultimately, as I said before, they are keeping you there on the back burner, for you unable to move on. Basically, for this person to give you the ultimate break off point, you don't expect this from this person. What you have to do is this: show them that you have an ultimatum, set them a particular day, tell them, for example, I need to meet up, and if I'm not gonna meet up, then for me it's useless. And basically, if they don't if they're not up to it, and they don't live to the challenge of asking you out, or actually not setting any plans, or actually if you set a plan and they cannot on that day, they tell you, oh, I cannot on that day. If they don't give you another date which actually they're available, it means that they're actually deviating the question and just leaving you there hanging. So if this is happening and you are actually having no closure from this person, sometimes closure from another person is very difficult. So we have to understand and see the situation as it is. Sometimes you can see this with fantasy eyes, and maybe set this person on a pedestal early on in the relationship, when actually they didn't actually gain our trust. So why are we actually behaving this way, of setting them in pedestal and actually not knowing what actually they are in the beginning of the relationship, and setting expectations that they may not be the person that you are actually thinking that they are. At this point, in the beginning of the relationship, when something has begun, it's hard to tell that this person what is in their mind. Some people will come back eventually in the future. For example, some people need time to sort out their feelings, or maybe they're having a rough time in their life at the moment. For example, some death in the family, or maybe some people in their family had an accident and they have to give them all the focus. But ultimately, you can't do anything about it. You have to just move on. There's another situation in breadcrumbing which can be done in a relationship where maybe a partner you see that is pulling away. When you see that the partner which you are in a relationship is pulling away, just leave them and let them have the space that they need, because sometimes they would like resort to a distance so that they could heal actually themselves. Because for example, guy handle grief in a different way than women. Guys normally would detach and try to heal themselves, and while women on the other hand would try to talk about this instead of actually heal. It's both of them are healing, but it's two different ways that actually people are tackling it. Dating ultimately should be a natural process, and if you are actually wondering if this person is actually into you or not, it's not a nice feeling. So when you meet the right person, you would understand that everything will flow, and everything will be in like boxes. They're filled within the boxes, so that's not actually something to worry about. All we have to do is understand that we have to be a better person, move on, and keep learning. This way, self-improving and doing exercises can help this person be happy, and happy where the situation is at the moment in his life. So if you're single, you could be happy and at the moment in time, and don't latch on to the first person that would actually give you some attention. Another point that I need to make is this: if someone is giving you breadcrumbs, which means that they are messaging you like sporadically, every once in a while, like either once in a week or in the morning, and they are like, these texts are leading to anywhere, like just there to talk. Normally when you are texting, it's like actually a tool that you need to use in order to set up a date, not to keep on texting endlessly. This is something that I said already. So if you actually someone is doing this to you, don't do the same thing to him just to prove the point, and show him like it's a game and who will win this breadcrumbing competition. Because ultimately, if they don't care, they wouldn't care if you actually text or not. Most of the time it's an ego, so they would want you to strike their ego and see that like you are actually still there, and it's fine. So basically that's the video for today for breadcrumbing. I hope it was clear.